We're gonna start the festivities. My name is Joe Fivas. I'm the city manager here in Cleveland. Thank you very much for joining us for this historic and eventful day. It's such an honor for everyone to come out and join us on a 40-degree, maybe 35-degree morning. Uh, just There's a few people we want to uh, recognize for all the work that we had done for the next reiteration of Deer Park. Deer Park has had different models throughout the year, out the last 75 years or so that has been around, and each one has been special in its own way. And we hope for the next generation that they can take care of this park and really appreciate that. Few people I want to recognize, and we're going to hand it over to the mayor and the city council. But the first ones are the mayor and the city council for making this project possible. They're not going to say it, but were the driving forces behind making the decisions and making this a priority. I know that they're very proud of this. They're very happy that residents have a great asset. A couple people. David May is not here, but he was active in this. He's not going to be able to make it with a little bit of an injury. Tom Cassidy, councilman, he also is not going to be able to make it because he has a family obligation. But anyways, can't say enough that from when we first mentioned this, that there was a lot of energy. At that time, we had Mayor Tom Rowland, who has a funeral at this time that he's not going to be able to make it, but we just want to make sure that they're honored with starting this project. But really, once the council got it going and was the force behind this, we had a number of staff everywhere from Patty Pettit, our Parks and Recreation Director, Sean McKay, our Assistant City Manager, and not necessarily for the money aspects, but he really had a lot of great ideas that brought this park together. We appreciate his efforts in supporting this. Jonathan Job, who is our director of DES, Development and Engineering Services. His team was fantastic. Brian Beck, who's standing in the back, he designed pretty much all of this. This is a very tricky site from an engineering standpoint. He spent hours and hours and hours trying to make the water, because a lot of people don't know this, there's actually a creek that runs underneath this park, and we had to make sure that we were able to take care of that. The number of other staff members, Brian Turner did a lot as far as management. We had Tommy Myers and every single one of the Public Works crew, single one of the Parks and Recreation crew. Landscaping is starting to do some of their things here. Everyone put their heart and soul in to make this happen, and we really appreciate that. At this time, we're going to the most important thing is I'm going to hand it over to Mayor Brooks, who's going to kick us off, and I know that our council want to say a few words as well. We have Game Time, who is and Playcore, who helped us purchase the equipment. One of the great things is that Playcore is headquartered or have a headquarters in Chattanooga, which we're blessed to have them so close to us. And then we're going to have the Neighborhood Association, and then we're going to, if you haven't done the drawing, if you want to be part of the ceremonial drawing, which is to go down the zip line, that no one has tried this zip line, you'll be the first person to try that. That could be very bad. It might be very good. I don't know. We're going to auction, and we're going to draw three names of people to go down and be the first ones to go through the ribbon for the zip line. So that will be an exciting thing, and I hope our insurance company is not here. And then after that, we'll probably have some photographs with our dignitaries, and then food will be available, and we can enjoy the rest of the afternoon. So at this point, Karen is the person, if you want to sign up over here, she's the one, if you want to be part of that drawing. So I'm going to hand it over to Mayor Brooks for that.
Thank you, Joe. I'm incredibly grateful that everyone is here. I joined my colleagues on the City Council in being here this morning to open and dedicate this park officially. My most favorite part about this morning is all these great kids, the next generation of Cleveland that are going to get to enjoy this park like I did as a teenager living right down the street on 14th Street, and would walk here to Deer Park often. And so it's wonderful to be a part of this day, and especially today having our vice mayor and most of our council, but one council member in particularly. We built this and opened it on Charlie McKenzie's birthday. So happy birthday, Councilman. Happy birthday. I'm very happy that this is your birthday present. 30th, he said, 30th birthday. So again, on behalf of my City Council colleagues and the entire staff, led by Joe Fivas, we're really thankful for today coming to fruition. And very thankful that Jenny Somerville is going to be speaking, who is a hometown girl, although Playcore and Game Timer in Chattanooga, we're claiming you, your parents, Phil Newman, and we're just so thankful that you're a part of this important day. And I'll ask the Vice Mayor of the Council if you guys would like to say anything.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody that worked on this project, all those names that Joe Fivas mentioned, and also Richard Banks. Richard Banks was one of the people who probably made the motion. You know, Richard, thanks for all that you did while you was on the council. And I see a lot of familiar faces out here in the audience. There's a lot of people out here that if you didn't do work with this here, you could work on something in the community. And I know you're just as proud of this project as it is the things that we're all involved in. This is a great day. I never knew this park was this big. Seemed like it's gotten bigger. It wasn't this big when I used to come here and look around. I mean, I just saw a couple of things, but it really, really is a beautiful job and a beautiful work. And so it's good to see everybody. Don't forget, whenever the Avery Johnson Park opens, everybody's invited. So disregard.
Can't say much. Just like to know who all is here that used to live in this area, maybe put up your hand or something, but years ago, 40, 50 years ago.
Just on a personal note, I love how this is intergenerational. My children, this 3.0 was, iteration 3.0 was in '99, and the pavilion was built, certain implements came in. My children were born in '98 and 2000, and they grew up here every week. And I hope that if you're a millennial or younger in the crowd, that 20, 30 years from now, you'll do this again. We'll have 5.0. We'll have Deer Park 5.0, and hope you have incredible memories. Certainly appreciate everyone in the neighborhood, everyone in town. There's certain things that make quality of life great. Parks and Rec is that, and this is such a key part of who Cleveland is. And it's a testament because of who's here today. And I'm really, really humbled to be a part of this, and thank all of you.
I'll just echo what Councilman Estes was saying about quality of life. I was reading an article the other day about quality of life in really great communities, and right at the top of the list were good park facilities. And this has certainly been converted into a newly renovated great park facility. I appreciate all the work that everyone has done on it. Appreciate the work that the prior council and Mayor Rowland played in it. And just thank you for being here today, and hope you enjoy the festivities.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jenny Summerall, and I'm the Director of Education at Playcore. And just so excited to be here today, thrilled actually. Playcore is a very purpose-driven company, and we are pleased to offer a portfolio of products like you see here today, but more importantly, programs and services that help build communities through play and recreation. I'm joined here by many of my colleagues. One, Stephanie Riggs Killingsworth, who played a big role in helping this dream become a reality. But like they mentioned, this is my hometown. So I don't get to come to many of these, so I'm just really excited to be here. I have so many memories of growing up at Deer Park, playing in the creek. I remember specifically going around and around and around on the old tire swing until I was so dizzy and fell off in a mud puddle. Celebrating birthdays with family and friends. So again, I'd look around today and realize that that legacy will just continue with many joyful memories to come. So I'm really excited. We believe that through play and recreation, that high quality environments really lead to healthier, happier communities. So we just are really excited to share the sentiments that the council and mayor have given already about the many people that played a very significant role in making this Deer Park come to life. Specifically, we wanted to just recognize a couple of people. Joe, Patty, just thank you guys for your leadership, for your commitment. Playcorps has a Center for Outreach Research and Education department that we recognize communities across North America that have intentionally put research into practice. And this is a really exciting announcement because Deer Park joins a network of a few hundred communities out there across America that have done just that. They have taken evidence-based research and implemented it into two specific categories I just want to recognize. The first national demonstration site kind of area of recognition is called Play On. And it is very specific about intentionally designing elements and a developmental progression of skills into this play space that will get kids to higher levels of physical activity. So we want kids to be healthy, we want to fight obesity, and play plays a part in that. So they have specifically implemented elements in here that will get kids to those moderate to vigorous levels of activity. So that's really exciting. The second category of recognition is called Nature Grounds. And this is an evidence-based design philosophy that integrates the magic of nature into the built environment. So you can see the living landscape from trees to the creek. And so we know that nature plays such an important part in child development, and this is a wonderful example of how those two worlds can collectively come together. So I just want to give a round of applause for making sure everybody understands that there was a very purposeful and thoughtful way that this park was designed. So congratulations. Stephanie has a little award here, so we'll sure we give that to you guys. And then just finally, I just want to remind everybody about the Power Play. Just champion play and recreation initiatives across your community, wherever you may go in your life. Play is so important across generations. I love what you said about intergenerational play. We need to play throughout our lifespans. Play is a great unifier. It unites communities. And I think that there's three kind of components to fuel your mind and your body and your spirit. And that's eating, sleeping, and playing. So regardless of your age, regardless of your ability today, discover Deer Park and play on. So thanks for having us. Congratulations.
Good morning. Amy Banks and I'm Rufus Triplett, are here representing the Historic Cleveland Neighborhood Association. And we are so pleased to see the renovation of Deer Park. Many of us remember the early days of Deer Park. And before I hand the mic over to Amy to reminisce about some of that, who knows how the park got its name? I will share what a grade school teacher told me about Deer Park, that in the early days of the community, before the city limit came out this far, that there was a salt lick somewhere in this area, and the deer would come and they would collect here in this area that is now Deer Park. Well, the antelope aren't roaming here either today. So, Amy, please share with us.
Well, I just want to say thanks so much to Joe Fivas for his wonderful vision, because it's just such a big deal to have this premier park right in the heart of historic neighborhood. And to Patty Tinsley, Patty Pettit, for her ability to persevere and make this happen. These are a lot of moving parts. But I mainly want to say I'm just kind of glad that I can look out and see some of my neighbors that we grew up down here playing, that we actually survived the monkey bars, the maypole, the slide that was about 25 feet high and turned to about 200 degrees when the sun hit it, and you get a third-degree burn going down it. You know, the merry-go-rounds basically sat in a moat, and your goal was to sling your friend off and hit the concrete and hit the water, because there was always a big puddle down here. But that maypole, I learned what it meant to see stars, because if someone got off behind you and you didn't move quick enough, that heavy metal, multi-tiered handle just swung and whacked you in the back of the head. I just want to say we were lucky the hospital was this close, because it was wild. The monkey bars, you would hang upside down. It was just a jungle of metal, and sitting there on concrete. Now look and see what kids are playing on. It's a wonder they survived. We survived. We were tough. But Deer Park is just classic for the slime in the creek. And I think it really boosted my immune system and helped me get a better start. I hope these kids can survive childhood by not having some slime exposure. But anyway, it was a wonderful place to grow up, and I'm so proud. I played here, my children played here, and I brought my granddaughter down the other day, and I'm happy that it's a safer, prettier place for my granddaughter. So, welcome, and thank you all.
Thanks, Amy. The association was really excited when we first heard about the renovation. We said, can we help? And Patty and Joe took us up on that, and a lot of us came down here wearing our T-shirts on an August weekend and helped spread the mulch that you see here and help get things ready to do some of the planting. That was really great. And we're glad that we're here to celebrate. We're providing what I'm going to call a rebirth day cake for today's festivities. And it's going to be great. It's also going to be a birthday cake for Charlie, who played down here when he was young. One of the ladies here was reminiscing that when she was young, that come down, play in the morning, go home for lunch, come back, play in the afternoon, go home for dinner, and come and play until dark. And so we as the Neighborhood Association are hoping that's going to be the legacy of this generation and generations to come. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much to all the speakers. We really appreciate what Jenny had to say about education and nature, is that there's a lot of great aspects to this park. One of the things that we really wanted to accomplish is that kids could safely get into the stream, and now there's a concrete deck that they can walk down there and do that. A lot of time and effort and engineering. It was amazing how much engineering had to go in to make that happen. So we are really all in. We had a great park that we did over in the Blythe Oldfield area. Our goal, and we're building new Avery Johnson Park, is to raise the bar on our healthy outside activities that we have, and I think that that's a great thing for our community. Now the most important part is we're going to have the ribbon cutting for the zip line. So Karen's going to come up. We don't need to sit. Karen's going to come up, and the mayor's going to draw 3 names out of this.
All right, Mayor, grab my name. Grab it. Make sure it's me.
Whoa. I know. Those are the biggest scissors I've ever seen.
Come on, pull my Mayor.
All right. We have the names.
Oh my gosh.
The first person was Hezekiah Corrett. All right.